Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Wednesday wellness call. My name is Dr. Molly Guile. I'm excited to be here tonight because we are going to be talking about a brand new program that includes intermittent fasting that Arbonne just launched, and it's called the 7-Day Fresh Start. We had a little sneak preview into that program and the ingredients in some of the products last week with Dr. Tanda Cook and Dr. Katie Collier. And this week, we're going to talk about a day in the life of what does this program look like and what are the important aspects of it. I actually happen to think that it's simple, right? Simple doesn't always mean easy because it might involve something new for you, but simple is simple. It's about creating a window called an eating window and a fasting window. And so it really isn't about what you're eating, it's about when you're eating it. But Arbonne has done such a good job, you guys, of giving us some really nutrient dense, incredibly formulated products that are going to help support this fasting process. And my friend, neuroscientist Mo Boger, is going to talk about the benefits of fasting, why it's so great, and then what a day in the life of this program looks like. And if you know Mo, we sometimes call her Mushroom Mo. She's probably going to include one of our incredible products, which is our mushrooms, which we love to have at night with our tea. And I'm going to pass it over to her because she just has so much to share with you guys. So Mo, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Molly. I love partnering with Molly. You guys, one of the things that we aim to do is we aim to provide information and inspiration. And Molly does both of those so well. And my goal is to do the same tonight for all of you. So like Molly said, I am a trained neuroscientist. I thought that all I was ever going to do for the rest of my life was study the brain. And frankly, I still get to do that. It's a real joy. I get to work pro bono now. I work with cases of stroke and people with MS and PLS and Alzheimer's disease. It's incredibly moving and fantastic for me to be able to work with families in that way. And it is because of the gift of partnering and branding with this business. As you might imagine, when you're in medicine, you often will get solicited by various companies to brand with them. And my desire is to always talk with my patients about holistic health and wellness first. And it's hard to brand with companies that have a holistic health and wellness method and then message and then products. Well, enter Arbonne. 15 years ago, Arbonne found me, and it was the perfect storm of opportunity because that is exactly what I wanted to represent to my clients, my patients, my family, my children, and certainly for my own brain health. So when I talk to you guys tonight, I have the beautiful advantage of being able to speak as both an Arbonne independent consultant, a brand ambassador for this amazing company, as well as an Arbonne national vice president, which simply means that I've been able to build a beautiful business with this company because I believe in what it is that our products do fundamentally in both providing benefits to people that they'll see on the outside, but also what happens with cellular renewal on the inside. And that is fasting. So I want to tell you guys the very first thing about Arbonne is Arbonne always makes the products spectacular from an ingredient perspective. And part of that is because the ingredient policy is so stringent. The quality requirements are so high, which is why I chose to brand with that company to begin with. But they also are very mindful about attaching our products with programs that can enhance your lifestyle even further. So some of you may be familiar with the 30 Days to Healthy Living program or with a 2-week reset. Maybe you've used some of our other products and you've gotten some support from an Arbonne independent consultant to guide you through how to use those products in line with your life. Well, this is no different. The 7-Day Fresh Start program is a combination of product and program. And one of the things I think is most beautiful about Arbonne and what they did is they partnered with a program known as fasting, which is free. Like that is mind-boggling in medicine because in medicine, nothing is free. If you've ever been in medicine, you know that the tissue at the hospital costs a lot more than the tissue at Walmart. Nothing in medicine comes free. And so I love what Arbonne is telling us is they're telling us that as a company, they believe in healing and your body's ability to work with wonderful nutrition supplements and an incredible nutrition partnership with food, and to be able to do your own healing in a way that is fasting. Now, is this a cure for disease? You guys spend some time with me and we'll do some awesome research, and we'll spend some time talking about what fasting does for longevity. But I'm going to tell you guys what this is. This is a cure for the myth that your body doesn't know how to do things already really well. And that's where fasting comes in, okay? So I want to start by just telling you, you have nothing to be scared of when it comes to the word fasting. Your body already knows how to do it. In fact, that is what sleep is an opportunity for your body to go into a rested state and to go into a state where you're not having to worry about managing fermented waste in your gut. The problem is so many of us eat until 10 and 11 o'clock at night, and then we wake up and we eat again at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we never give our digestion a chance to turn off, which means we inhibit healing, that cellular healing that your body is so good at doing. So I love that Arbonne raised their credibility by partnering with this idea that your body is a machine of beauty and wellness. So trust that your body knows how to fast. Another thing I like to explain to people is that fasting, by our Western definition, is sort of a diet culture. But y'all, fasting is actually how most of the world still eats. Most of the world doesn't have access to food at the constant. 300 years ago, modern refrigeration made the Western world, gave food at our fingertips, and then food production allowed us to have big warehouses stored with food, and then preservatives gave us access to even more copious amounts of food. But it's actually not necessary from the body's perspective. Your body can live in a fasted state for a wildly significant amount of time. And this is where I'm going to tell you just a fun little story, because I want you guys to have so much confidence in what your body can do when it's able to rest from digestion and rest from the cascade of hormones that have to play in your body in order to digest food and to be able to minimize the cortisol response and the insulin response and the glucogen response and all those things. Is I want to tell you about a guy out of Scotland back in the 1800s who fasted for 1 year and 17 days, a water, tea, and coffee fast only. And I just want to tell you, no one here at Arbonne is asking you to fast for 1 year and 17 days. But medically speaking, he checked himself into a hospital and he fasted under doctor supervision for 1 year and 17 days. And it's amazing what he did to his body. And those of us who are in sciences, we love case studies like that because they're very, very rare. They don't happen often, okay? So I want you to hear that story because I want you to believe that your body has all the capacity to fast for 16 hours. So I already told you about a day in the life of fasting, at least 16 hours of it. During that period of time, you're simply going to abstain from food. And whenever I'm working with fasters, I like to say, you know what we're doing? We're not fasting, we're healing. And why are we healing is because we're turning on some systems in the body as we turn other systems off. So I love to call my fasters healers. Like, let's work on cellular healing, okay? And let's work on giving the body an opportunity during that 16-hour uneating window to go into a place of autophagy. Autophagy is one of my very, very favorite words because I want you guys to think of the importance of reducing, reusing, and recycling on our planet, right? Well, that's what autophagy is for the body. It is an opportunity to reduce the number of damaged cells in your body by allowing your body time to single out which ones are damaged and to reduce the effect of that damage by taking a look at the damaged cell and saying, what inside this cell can be recycled? What inside this cell can be reused into another cell, and what of the rest can be excised as waste after we've used it as energy. Your body will go into autophagy. Some data says as early as 14 hours. Most of the data agrees that it's right around that 15, 16, 18-hour window. Now, extensive autophagy, reduced, reusing, recycling, will happen the longer you choose to fast. And that is why I often teach fasting from a neurological perspective, because almost everything I do in my practice is designed to work on brain health. I want to remember the life I've built. I'm 50 years old this year. I have 5 children, and I want to be around for decades. It's not about what I look like in a bathing suit anymore. My 20s are long gone. It is what memories I get to make with my children and my future grandchildren. So when I think about a fasted state, I think about autophagy. And I hope that you guys will be encouraged to think about autophagy too. And I hope that you'll recognize that it's worth staying in your fasted state to encourage autophagy to happen. Okay. So that is going to be 16 hours of your day. But the good news is during that time, hopefully you're sleeping. Hopefully during your sleep, you feel rested because your body isn't having to send out a cascade of hormones working on digestion and waking you up to use the restroom and waking you up because of some of the foods that we eat actually cause anxiety for our brain. And they can shoot us right out of bed with a million things that we need to do at 3 to 4 in the morning, right? That to-do list that wakes us up in the middle of the night. So what I like to say is during your fasted state, you'll be sleeping. And then also you'll be consuming wonderful and beautiful and thoughtful liquids, one from Mother Nature, just the beauty of water. Water is life. And the other is an amazing product that Arbonne has delivered, which is a matcha. I love matcha because it actually helps to flush the body of harmful toxins, and it helps to support the liver and the kidneys. Anything we can do to help support the liver and the kidneys is a wonderful gift to digestion and to overall health. You guys, I want to tell you something really fascinating that I learned when I was studying the brain, and it was about a chemical compound known as high fructose corn syrup. And I learned that high fructose corn syrup doesn't actually make its way through the bloodstream. It goes right to the liver. It literally attacks this vital organ of which is so critical. So one of the things that I think about when I think about things like water and matcha, and I think about milk thistle, and I think about licorice, is these are natural remedies for some of my poor diet decisions because I have eaten my share of high fructose corn syrup. It's been buried in foods that I didn't even know had it in there, okay? So when I begin my day with the 7-day fresh start, I'm starting with a cup of matcha. Now you can have it iced or you can have it hot. It's totally to preference. I will tell you that you can sweeten it a bit if you prefer. You can add some monk fruit to it or some stevia to it. I really recommend that you stay away from honey because honey, as wonderful as it is and as a fantastic histamine responder as it is, I really recommend that you stay away from honey because it can actually throw you out of your fasted state. We want to get you through into that nice autophagy window, right? Then when I break my fast, I want to break it with this protein forward and this rich compound that Arbonne has created in the new Golden Renewal Shake. It's a wonderful way to break my fast because it has true broc in it, it has curcumin in it. It was specifically designed to not just break your fast, but also to elongate that cleansing experience that you have during the nighttime while your body is in autophagy doing that reducing, reusing, recycling. So here's the good news. That's 2 really simple things. Actually, it's 3. Sleep, okay, matcha, and protein. And the ideal way to break your fast would be to break it with your shake, and then to recognize that that is the beginning of your eating window. Arbonne would love to see that ideal time be around 9 o'clock. But some of you are shift workers. I have many people in my organization and my clients who are doctors and nurses and first responders, and they sleep during the day. So I get asked a lot, can I do this program at night? And the answer is absolutely. So it's not necessarily about having the perfect time to break a fast. It's simply knowing that you're going to break it with your fantastic with this fantastic product. And then one of the things I love about this product in particular is it helps to protect inflammation from within the cells. And I love anything that I can introduce into my body that can reduce inflammation because I'm focused again on helping with healing. And healing can be microscopic or it can feel telescopic, depending on what it is that you're dealing with, right? And I love to just give my chance the body to go through cellular healing. Again, we're not talking about cures to diseases. We're talking about prevention and longevity. And those are things that I teach in my practice as a neuroscientist. And it's one of the reasons why I love branding with products that focus on longevity and supporting these processes as well. So now that I've broken my fast, it's exactly like Molly said. It's not necessarily about what you're eating in your unfasted window, but if I can recommend any of the number of nutritional programs that are shared by Arbonne consultants and Arbonne leaders, I would love to. Molly and any of the consultants who have invited you here tonight, they have wonderful access to healthy foods that you can nourish your body with during your unfasted window. And what I hate to see is someone spend that time fasting and working on cellular healing and then kind of using their body as a garbage can during their 8-hour eating window. So just be respectful of your choices and at the same time recognize that when it comes to food, you get to vote again. That's one of the things I love about food. You get to vote again. If you voted poorly at lunchtime, don't worry, you can vote better at dinner time, right? And I love the idea that it's never about sabotaging myself. Oh, I voted poorly today, so that means I can't vote again until 4 years from now. No, you get to vote several times a day and you can make a different decision. In the middle of the early evening, I'm then going to move on after I've eaten healthy foods to help support me during my eating window. I'm going to move on to really focusing on my digestion. And that is where the OmniGut comes into play. What I love about this particular product that Arbonne has launched is this is our biggest gut health product ever. It comes in a capsule form, but what's in that tiny little capsule is 12 billion CFUs of probiotic, and that is unheard of at Arbonne. We have had a 3 billion CFU and a 1 billion CFU, but we've never had a 12 billion. And what this basically means is this is going to help the microbes in your gut to spread apart. And when microbes spread apart, they have a tendency to clump together. When they spread apart, they can be far more effective. And then one of the other things I love about it is it really helps us to enhance our digestive experience with the eating food so that it doesn't end up fermenting in our gut, right? That is one of the beautiful things about probiotics, prebiotics. One maintains healthy gut bacteria, one feeds it. I'm not looking to have fermented waste in my gut, y'all. I want to move things along and I want my body to function very healthfully. And then I'm going to tell you guys really quickly about, because that's the three products in the Fresh Start. It just couldn't get simpler than that. But I'm going to tell you about 2 products that I end every day with. And it's because the power of what Arbonne has put into this product. And that is the mushroom powder blend with my Arbonne Clean Tox tea. I already mentioned the importance of things like milk thistle and licorice and dandelion for helping support the liver and kidneys. Those ingredients are in the Arbonne Clean Tox tea. But the mushroom blend, I sometimes don't even think that Arbonne knows what brilliance they have created. I've studied every mushroom blend out there. Mycelium is the most prolific organism on earth. Like when my body breaks down in the earth, it'll be mycelium that breaks me down. And mycelium is the parent of the mushroom. And the mushroom is magnificent. And there are thousands of species that have been used across the planet in healing. And 2 of those species are used in Arbonne's 5 species blend. One is called chaga, and the data on chaga is just phenomenal. The other is called reishi, and I love reishi because it's known as the mushroom of mortality. Like I really think about it as longevity. It's one of those mushrooms that is designed again to assist in cellular repair. And if you can believe it, both chaga and reishi are 2 mushrooms that put your body into autophagy naturally. I love that. So I actually get to help my body go into autophagy with this fantastic supplement. I add it to my Clean Tox tea, which is this Arbonne product that helps me work those products through my body and assist my liver and my kidneys while I'm going into this quieted digestive state. And then I get to not only sleep better, but I get to have this cellular experience. And I love knowing that my body is these little first responders in there just doing their job. So those are 2 of my favorite products that I've added to this particular Fresh Start. I take those products every day. I have been since Arbonne launched the mushrooms and since we've had the tea. And I highly, highly recommend that you add those to your ensemble. You guys, this is not a sales pitch though. I'm telling you, I believe in these products. I sell them because I believe in them. I'm proud of what it is that Arbonne has done. And I really love that we're partnering with this beautiful gift of fasting. It's free healing for your body. What a blessing that Arbonne caught on to that. So that's all I'll share tonight. I hope that you don't feel scared to fast. I hope that you remember our friend Simon out of Scotland who fasted for 1 year and 17 days when you're worried about fasting for 16 hours. I hope you recognize that you're never handcuffed to fasting. The easiest way to break a fast is just to put food in your mouth. So you never have to feel concerned or worried. Your body is intuitively brilliant. It is quite capable, and you should have faith in that. And our products are simply there to assist you.
I love that. And I will put in a plug for the Fresh Start program because this month, and the 2 other products that you talked about, because this month, if you purchase the Fresh Start, you do get a free box of the Clean Tox tea. And the mushroom powder is a gift on the free gift list. So it would be a really good thing. I think my husband and I love to do this program together. We've done it twice together now, and we will do it a third time once we finish our summer vacation, maybe like a lot of you. And having the opportunity to get that free mushroom powder is a great addition to the Fresh Start this month. So Mo, you said it best. You took us through that program in 20 minutes in such a simple way. And I just want to say thank you so much for your time and your commitment to really, truly serving and helping all people to live their best, healthiest life. Cheers, friend. Love you guys. Have a great night, everybody.